Good morning. Let me turn the chat on here. Oh, it's not done running its cycle of automaticity. So let's let its cycle of automaticity. That's a city where they keep autos. And now we'll go over here. Boop. And we'll turn on the chat. Kapow! Look at that. Good morning, you all. Boy, I have some stuff to go over today. Worth it or not. Hello, sir. Great channel. You should go there. RV Attic, ditto. Ian Craig, killing it on YouTube. Welcome, sir. Worth it or not. I see Coffee. I see Ravenwolf. Retro Tech, also a cool channel. YouTube University member, as I think most everybody here is. Has cool stuff. John Brown, hello, sir. I hope everyone is doing well today. I look forward to this every Saturday. Refreshes the soul. Lol. Hey, you don't have a little wrench. I'm going to give you a wrench, John. You don't have one. That means you're a moderator. That means you can do bad stuff. Don't do bad stuff. Ian Craig, Coffee. Captain Jack, hello, sir. Another, well, a lot of Academy members. Good. Ian Cred. I'm not going to read all through all these because there's too many. And I'm challenged. Roberts. Okay. Sparkeels. 8 p.m. here in Belgium. A little late for coffee. Yeah. John Brown. Hello. Dave Clark. Hello, sir. Ian Craig. Glenn B. Now, you don't have a wrench. You got to have a wrench. Boom. Everybody gets a wrench. Well, if I know him. But I know Glenn B. He's a good person, as you all are. Metal Rocks. That's me. Ian Craig. Wig. Oh, the wig. I have a little drawer. It's called makeup. And I have wigs and actual makeup and stuff like that. Dave Clark. Captain Jack. Espresso. Oh, was it last week? Or maybe it was the weekly YouTube session. I got this coffee from someone and it blew. Glenn B, it's been a while. It certainly has, sir. Excuse me. Peter Lee. Peter Lee doesn't have a wrench? That's impossible. He gets a wrench. Boom. You're now moderator. Use this power wisely, Peter. Hey, Peter, thanks for coming by, man. That's awesome. Manu. Prende photo y video. Oh, I know who it is. Hi. Good afternoon, sir. John Brown. Oh, you bet. All right. Camera looking extra sharp today. Change cameras. No, that is the Sony a7S III with a 55 millimeter Sony lens set on 1.8 aperture. I love this thing because it does that. Not cool. Actually, the ZV1, which I'll be showing you in a moment. Okay, good pronunciation. Almost. There's another guy. Hello, Pierre. There's another guy. His name's Mikolai, and I always call him Mikhail. Well, good morning. Hello. Thank you for joining me. I have a couple things to go over. 3 things to go over, and we're going to try and stop this at 10 o'clock-ish. That's actually not a joke. I know it usually seems like a joke. We might go a little after 10 since I inappropriately did not start the way I wanted to. What I wanted to do is start the whole count at 8:55, and then at 9 we start, and then at 10 we end. Wow, that was a big in coffee. Absolutely. That's a big cup, isn't it? I bought some cups that I thought were the same as my other cups in this big cup. I was like, cool. I could put 2 cups of coffee in there and not. Okay, why can't we see Jack Nicholas? That is because of the aperture. He's right there, and I set the aperture to really shallow depth of field. John Brown, at least being a mod here is for helping and such. I've been a mod on some channels where you're basically a digital bouncer and it's no fun at all. You miss the content dealing with trolls. Absolutely. I happen to be a very thankful and lucky fellow. Rarely I get crummy comments on YouTube. I've never got a crummy comment or feedback on the university. And on these live streams, I've never had a troll, which is Eden Lane. Hello. ZV1 on my wish list. Welcome, Eden Lane. Hello. You get to be a moderator. Yeah, she's trustworthy. Totally. Hey, look at this stuff up top here. You see this? This is a new thing. Doot. In case you're wondering and you do live streams, YouTube had the ability to pin a comment to the top of the chat. So let's say someone comes along and, like, let's say Ian Craig does a super chat for like $1 million. I would pin that. I don't have super chat on here on purpose. Online, Mike Clayton. Hello, sir. We're going to get into it in a minute. I want to make sure Pierre Gagnon. I'm so worldly. I can't even speak English. Eden Lane on the wish list. Dan, good morning. And my favorite mini camera ZV1. Okay, let's rip. The first thing that I was asked was, what's my live stream setup? I do not, please, forever, 1,000 million pleases, think you need this to live stream. If you're part of the basics of live streaming or the OBS mini course, you know that's not true. This is because I'm an entitled little whiny kid and I like to have all sorts of cool stuff. And I like to spend more money than I make, like a good American. Anyway, I wanted to show you that around. What happens is, if you see this, let's turn off the chat for just a moment. What's happening is I have my laptop here, and that's what I'm currently running OBS on. It could be anywhere. It's just how I do it. Up there is a 48-inch 1920 TV, and it was sitting out my garage. It's really old. It's like 10, 12 years old. And I thought, well, why don't I put this dude up there so I can at least look by the camera and see comments and stuff like that. And I put it up here, and it sucked. And I couldn't do whatever. And then I realized, hey, it's a TV. I can just flip it sideways and turn the screen sideways. So that's what I do up there. That's mainly for chat and seeing control room stuff and everything else. Over here, over here, this is my, you can't really see that. Let me ditch that. Boop. This is my Alienware Monitor. It's a 34 or a 36 or 1,000 inches, whatever. It's a bit curved, which is awesome. This is where I edit. I sit here and edit, and I keep this screen up. I love the current monitor. It's just large for these older eyeballs. I don't like editing on the laptop unless I have to. This laptop here, it's a 17-inch. It's an Alienware Area 51 Aliens, blah, 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 blah. That camera, which is parked right there, that's the new Sony A7S III with a lens on it. I absolutely adore this thing. This here, it looks like some weird console-y whatever. I should have got wood desk or something. But what I did was I just bought this. It's just an aluminum desk with these glass tops. And I bought, you have a desk and a wraparound and a return. And it wasn't enough room for me. And I thought, hey, I'd like to have an overhead table and do this. So what I did was I bought another one of these, took the main desk and put it in my wife's office, and then used this return backwards. So now I'm basically sitting in a big U, and I can do this. And the reason I can do that is I can move over to this table here, which is the overhead. I'll show you in a minute, and we'll rock with that. This is just a C-stand. It comes up behind the table up here. I have the little trusty dusty ZV-1 up here. It's under $800. It's awesome. And these are just two little lights I reviewed recently. It was, oh, I don't remember who they are. Falcon Eyes was this foldable open up light that you could open up. And I just basically pulled the screws and got two lights. And they flash. And you saw my Halloween thing and everything else. And I use this camera as an overhead camera. Oh, over there is the B-roll table. Sometimes I shoot B-roll over there. That's just a light that looks really good. That thing right there, that's going back and forth. I'm actually in a lot of trouble because I'm not supposed to show you that. You didn't see this. Over here is my Mix Pre 3. That's what my microphone's running into. So I run the microphone. This is just a boom arm, so I can move this thing in and out, and I can move over to the B-roll table while still talking. So I have the SM7B, wire runs down, runs in the Mix Pre 3. It's all gained and blah, 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 blah. That runs into my computer. The cameras, that one, and the one you're currently looking at back there, that's my Canon HX something or another. It's like $1,000 camcorder. It's awesome because I can sit here. Hey, where'd you go? Whoa. Oh, up there it is. Because I can do stuff like this. I could just remotely move this thing in if I want to and frame it and blah, 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 blah. So I kind of like that. It's kind of cool. So I can remote it and record it and do all that kind of stuff and yada, 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 yada. How far does this? Yeah. Boop, boop. We'll do that. Isn't that lovely? Yeah, I'm a bit of a gear hog. Down here is the A10 Mini Pro. If you've seen the course, the only thing I use this for is switching. I press these buttons. Bup, 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 bup. And in fact, I've programmed this dude. This is just an older iPad, and I've programmed it using Touch Portal to basically I press this button, and when I'm ready to go live, I go boop, and it goes through all the things and comes along and throws up the thing and the bugs and the this and that and blah, 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 blah. What else we got? I think that's about it. Mice, coffee, water, junk. Oh, and of course, my lovely chair, which rocks. Hey, you know what? I'm done with these. I don't need these anymore. Oh, such freedom. All right, so there you go. There's the studio. That answers the question of what's all the crap I got over in the other room. It's always weird when I do that because the other room is actually, for me, on screen is that way. So when I point that way, it's weird. Anyway, in the other room, I've set everything up. I have a tripod, cords, a monitor, blah, 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 blah. And basically using those C stars I've reviewed before, those little clippy things, I just go twist, take the A7S3, mount it over there. Same with this. This is on a little quick release. The overhead camera is a ZV-1. That's that nice overexposed, not black crush thing. The reason why I love the ZV-1 is it's an overhead camera. It has great focus. It shoots 4K, yada, yada, yada. If I wasn't really into these other cameras, I'd use this. Andre's helped me a lot setting this up. But the thing I love about this thing for this overhead is I can zoom it in and out with a touch of button, and it has super fast focus. Boom. 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 So I can show products, and I can do this and say, hey, look, I just spent $100-something to get my CFA Express cards for my Sony. There's that. Blah, blah, blah. You can probably steal this and register my product because I never do that because I'm an idiot and yada, yada. And it does SD cards and yada, yada, yada. Okay. I think that is it for that. Let's turn the chat back on, see where we're at, and I'll go on our next subject. Boom. Let's see what we got here. Wow, there's a lot of comments here. my favorite mini camera ZV-1. It's really nice. Really nice. I really love the thing. It's because it's about this big. And if I just want to go shoot something without any BS, the lens is already built in. The zoom is built in. It shoots 4K. You can set it up to do this fast focusing on products or eyeballs and all that. It's just great. I love it. And for an under, I think, $800 camera. Yeah. All this stuff I'm talking about, I think, are in the links below. And if they aren't, then they aren't. And okay. All the cool stuff behind me. Oh, yeah. Well, there's that stuff. There's all that stuff. All this stuff behind me. These are just things that make me happy. All these posters and films and certain things that I like, let's say. And then, of course, I have, you can't see it over in the corner over there. There's a 6-string classical guitar. That's a 6-string acoustic guitar. That is my instrument, which is a Yamaha bass guitar. And behind me is a little ripper. It's a Jackson ripping guitar. And I hang them on the wall not to be cool, not because my channel's like that, but it's because they remind me I need to stop and take a break and actually get my fingers going again so I can play, because I love music and I love playing music. And there you go. There's all that stuff. Let's turn this back on. I'm sitting in a Starship. Yes, I am. Very cool behind the scenes. Thank you. RV Attic, thank you. Looking at that slider, going crazy on the slider. Yeah. It's just a slider. Next. I am so focused on the slider, I can't look away. Oh, crap. If you guys could do me a favor and pretend that you didn't see that, I would be really appreciative, because I don't know if I'll get yelled at, but folks may not be happy. I just need to shut up right now. Let me just say that whatever that thing is over there, I've been waiting for years, and it is the freaking bomb. It kills everything. Okay, looks like a stress test. Yeah, pretty much. It's been sitting there running for the last 50 hours, so, you know. I like the dummy bot and Tony Stark's lab. Yeah. Okay, C-stand boom mic. It sounds like he's making up words. I am. Because that's not a C-stand. That's actually a D-stand. That's not actually a boomed mic. It's actually a kapow mic, whatever. Interactive DNA. Hello, sir. Welcome. Love the giant TV. Good morning. Impressive setup. Love it. Thank you, Pierre. Worth it or not. Good morning, sir. From the Netherlands. Hello, Grand Tours. Great. I'm almost done with a new touch portal interface. Everything in one place to control everything. Super easy user experience from audio to video transitions. Super cool. That's awesome, man. Aaron. Hello, sir. I don't think I've seen you around, or I have, and I ignored you, and now I'm a bad person, I guess. Captain Jack, you haven't missed off. I'm just showing off my studio apartment. Studio apartment. if all this and that over in the next room was my studio apartment, I don't know. I would be in trouble. Outback Outlaw. What's up, baby? How you doing? You don't have a wrench, dude. Oh, no, yeah, you do. You're a moderator. You got a wrench. What's up, man? He's over in the... Oh, watch. This is going to kill him, right? Because Americans do this, and well, they used to do it, and it ticks him off. He's over in Australia. And, put a shrimp on the Barbie. Doesn't that just kill you, man, when people do that? Ian Craig, what slider? Excellent. Glenn B, what slider? Thank you. I ate sliders for lunch. Is it a new studio or a new arrangement? I feel like that's a joke. Okay, let's move on. That's all my junk. Maybe sometime. I've done a studio tour before, and whenever I do a studio tour, I have a video on that, then everything changes up. Okay, let's move into the next subject, which is about the university, because there are a lot of changes going there, and I'll tell you what's going on. You know, it does this pin thing at top, but then it goes away. Let me click it again. But if I click it, then it opens up. Interesting. That's the university up top, a link to it. I wanted to test that. That's kind of cool, or I could pin something else. Let's try and pin something else. Bink. Let's pin Outback Outlaw up top. Look at that. What's up, Kevin? Now Outback Outlaw is pinned at the top. That's kind of cool. Now everybody's going to be like, pin me. So anyway, let's go into the university for a minute. Actually, quite a few minutes. Have I been really talking? No, because I started late. So I've been talking for 25 minutes. I got to rock and I got to move. Here's what's been happening at the university. A lot of very smart people, including many of university students, and including other people who run YouTube channels who are university students, and some very smart people were telling me what I already knew. And I decided to finally get my head out of wherever my head was and stop doing some things I was doing that weren't really cool. As you know, I do this full time. I am a full-time YouTuber, so I make ad money from YouTube and affiliate links. And then I try and push people over to the university to buy things. And that also supplants my income. And obviously I need to make an income to survive and keep on the lights and not embarrass myself when my wife makes, 3 times as much as I do, because I can't or haven't gotten my head out of that place where people say, see, I'm trying to clean up my language. Pretty good, huh? By the end of this, I'm going to drop some stupid language thing. Hope no one's offended. Garrett Groves. Hello, sir. Wait a second. Oh, yeah, he wasn't a moderator. Gary Groves is now a moderator. Gary Groves was in a contest a while ago, and I gave away like 20 items. And Gary Groves, for being the potentially first person ever to go to the university to buy something, and a very old subscriber, what he won was everything. So anytime I post a course over at the university or do anything, he gets it for free. Keister. Thank you. Get my head out of my keister. So here's what was happening. This is going to sound like I'm poking at others, and please don't take it that way. I'm poking at myself. I started this, as you know, back in January or whatever, started this and I dumped everything. I dumped 6-figure plus income and just said, that's it. I'm doing YouTube and I'm doing my university because I love doing it and I love helping people, and that's what I've done. And I've been doing okay at it. But what's happened is I call it the joy of irresponsibility. Oh, by the way, my brother and his wife, who I love dearly, were watching last week, and they didn't leave a comment and they didn't say anything. And he was joking around me about a shout out. So here's your shout out, dude. Dave, you're awesome. Ellie, you're awesome. And you've heard me talk about my brother, like the piano keyboard savant who, if I could get his head out of his keister, he could do some serious jamming and music and stuff like that, because I can't play keyboards. There's your shout out. So if you're watching, boom, baby. I love my brothers. They're so much fun. Anyway, so what's been happening over the past whatever is, I've had a lot of free courses, 6 free courses over at the university, which is cool. I never intended them to make me money or something like that. And I added in to the YouTube course a plethora of bonus content. In fact, I counted joy of irresponsibility. That's it. That's what I'm talking about. And I added in some bonus material, and I counted up the other day, and it was 24 videos. I'm getting to a point here. The joy of irresponsibility sounds like an awesome lifestyle. Yeah, it is if you want to be one of those guys. Someone who can play on a keyboard is good in my book, Captain Jack. Yeah, he is the most, I don't want to say non-arrogant. There's a word for this. And he doesn't even try to be, but he's like, oh, I can't, and oh, my fingers, and I'm old and everything else. And he'll listen to something for 30 seconds like some crazy Keister song that's like some prog rocky thing, and it'll be like, oh, they're doing this, and then he'll sit there and he'll play it on the piano like, Bursh. And he's really, really good. He's been doing it, I think, since he's 15 or 8, and he's now in his 60s. Anyway, I don't want to go on about my brother. I love the guy, and he's like, if I could just make him play, I'd start a YouTube channel with him, and he would rock the world. Anyway, back to it. Humble. Yeah, he's humble, but he isn't even trying to be humble. He's just who he is. Anyway, off my brother. So back to the university. So what's happened is, and I'll give you one example, and anybody who's in here, this doesn't apply to you. Okay? So, yeah, humble to describe your brother. Yeah. So here's what happened is I really like to help people, and I will never chase after money as my number one thing. Everybody's like, oh no, he's raising the prices. No. No, he's stopping the university. No, he's doing this. No, I will show you in a minute what's going on there. So what's happened is I love to help people, and it's my number one priority. And that's good because I don't want to suck down. It's like help people, deliver 5 or 10x of what I'm doing, and eventually the modest. Yeah. He just doesn't, he's not trying to be that way. He just kind of is. It's not like he's like, I'm a modest person. Anyway, but yeah, those words. Anyway, so here's what happens with that lineup. I'll give you an example. Joe, made-up guy, writes me an email and says, you know, maybe he's one of these free dudes taking a free course or not. He says, you know, I'm having a problem with my audio. And I'm like, oh, man, this guy's having a hard time. Well, what problem are you having? Well, I'm having a problem with noise and blah, blah, blah. Well, what do you do this? Do you do it? Well, I've done that and I've done that. Well, can you do that? Blah, blah, blah. Well, why don't you send me your audio file? I'll take the audio file and I run it in an Audition. Well, it sounds like this. It sounds like this. Can you take a picture of the? Can you do this? Oh, man. Okay, good. Thank you. I think I got it now. Thanks. After 20 emails. Now, you multiply that by thousands of people, and you could see where I'm headed with this. So I'm spending all my time helping a lot of people, which is good. And that, like, on my gravestone, if I have one, because I'm probably going to live forever. 800 years old, my skin's hanging off my face. I'm like, die, please. So what happens is, because of my willingness to help, and I'm not saying there's something wrong with that person on the other end at all. They needed help, and I help them. So what happens is I spend a ton of time. And I started a while ago, because, you know, a 1-week statistic. Hey, John Allred. Hey, John Allred. Hey, man. Let's give you a wrench. Boop, boop. You got a wrench. Use it well. So what happened was, I was getting caught up into helping all these hundreds and hundreds of people. So many months ago, I started keeping track of where my time was going. And I was spending between 20 and 30 hours a week just randomly helping people with stuff. Now, again, that's a good thing, and I will never stop doing that. But here's the thing. The people I were helping, Walter, hello. The people I were helping, that's fine. The effect of that is I wasn't getting courses done at the university for people who want these courses. I wasn't getting out the YouTube videos that I need to do. As I'm telling you all to do, is to make those videos. And I was sucked into this vortex of helping other people. Jake Sloan, good morning, sir. I love Jake. So what I was doing is I was getting sucked into helping other people. Now, again, my top number one priority in my life is helping other people. But the problem is if you need to live and you need to eat and all that, you can get sucked into helping other people. Like if you had a job and you had to go to a job, and let's say you're making 50 grand a year at your job, and then you never appeared at your job because you kept stopping by the side of the road and helping other people, that's not good. It's a tiny bit neurotic or compulsive or whatever. So I went, okay, I've been tracking this for months. And then I had in a Zoom call with a couple of people that I know and respect who are part of the university. They started, you weren't part of that Zoom call. There was a little bit. They started beating me up and saying, what the hell's the matter with you? Um, you need to stop it, dude. Like, you need to, like, put on your business hat, and not from a, you own a business. Put on your business hat and look at what you're doing. Because here's the wall I run into. I am like, I don't want to say overworked. I love working. I'll work 100 hours a week with joy and a smile on my face. I don't even call it work. But here's what was happening. I was spending so much time handling and helping other people that I was letting the university members down. I was letting my YouTube viewers down. I was letting YouTube down. I have courses that should have been finished in art that I've promised. I have university members that need help, and I haven't been giving them the help they need. So after being by my own university members, I realized a couple of things. Let's start with number one. In fact, let's just go over to the university, and I'll show you a couple things that I've done. And this will make sense. We're at 9:38. Okay, cool. Let's go over here. Boop. Here we are. So what I've done, and this doesn't affect anyone in the university at this moment. You notice over here, I still have the master course, $39, which is cheap as whatever. I had a free basics of live streaming course. That's awesome. And it was free. And what happened is I looked at this, and you got an absolute freaking ton of data here to get up and going with the live streaming, which is okay. But the problem with that is I'm doing a disservice to people. In other words, much like some governments I won't mention, if I keep handing out free money, free food, I'm not saying people who need it, and I keep handing out everything for free, where was it, Aruba or something like that, eventually I go out of business, and those people just keep sucking the well dry of my time and my money to where I can't deliver to the people who are actually I want to deliver to. That's number one. Number two, this is still free. I've priced this at $12. If someone doesn't want to pay $12 for you giving them a ton of data, and I hate to be cold about this, but, if, like Captain Jack, who's a mariner, if someone doesn't want to pay him $12 to teach them how to drive a ship, then they can just bleep off. And I don't mean to be cold about that, but the problem is you're doing them a disservice and yourself a disservice. And what happens is you can no longer have a ship, and you can no longer do that because you go out of business. It's stupid. It's just mind-bogglingly stupid. So what I did was I threw a price on here of a whole massive $12 because people who want this or want a live stream, if they can't part with $12, fine. Free files and download, that's still free. YouTube Academy course is still priced at $197 right now. You'll notice this YouTube Academy Pros, I'll go over that in a minute. I slapped a $9 on the monitor course because it was free. You can go through this course, and for, I think I threw a price of $9, there's an hour worth of stuff. And you go through this course, and before spending $100, $200, $300, $1,000 on a monitor, there's an introduction, you know what all the features are, you know what features you need, you know how to work them, you know how they're used, you know a good monitor, like blah, 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 on down the line. And I thought, hey, if you can't spend $9 to save buying a $100 or $500 or $1,000 monitor that's a piece of crap, then fine, go away, because it's not fair to me and it's not fair to the other members that I don't have the time and the money to be able to make new courses for you and paying attention. All these people are just like, give it all to me for free. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with giving it to free. I'm just going over where I'm headed with this and what's happened. Okay? Okay, good. Let's go back. So I slapped a $9 on here. This is still free. It's has enough, maybe an hour, maybe 30 minutes of information that can get you through the course. Of course, Curtis Judd's course stays the same. The Lens course stays the same. This is the Freedom course. The Money course stays the same. The 7 Steps to Free Commercials. That's the second free course. Whee! And again, here's some coffee donations, or they can just get it for free. That's cool. Of course, this awesome event filmmaking course, this is going to be worked on. This needs to be changed. People go here and go, it's all about wedding. It's more about event filming. The mindset of a video editor, I think, will help people with video editing. It's pretty short. And again, it's free. And then, of course, donations. So that's the first part of the change, which is I'm going to give away 1, 2, 3. I think it's two free courses, 3 free courses, and then the rest of them are very low priced. If you're trying to sell somebody something and they're not willing to give you a few pennies or a few dollars for it, here's what happens. These free people, and again, it's not everybody, these free people tend to suck all your time, and they do not appreciate the data they're given. They usually don't watch the courses I went through. Let me put it this way. I have 3,000 people who have signed up for free courses and nothing else. They've never done a donation. They've never offered me a $9 cup of coffee and everything else. I'm not upset about it. I'm not mad at them or something like that. I'm just taking a 10,000-foot view and going, hey, I'm spending all my time over here supporting these free people and their questions and everything else. And the people who have gone over and paid or done these donations to me or something, those are the guys I need to pay attention to. Because, yeah, anyway, so go into that. Next thing, for YouTube Academy members, check this out. So what's happened was when you went into the old, new, middle, I don't even know what you call this, YouTube Academy course, here's what happened. When you went down through here, well, I need to do something with this page. Hey, look. Just missed him. That's Ian Craig. He's awesome. When you go through this course, there is an absolute ton of information in here. In fact, there's 21 secrets that you go through to grow your YouTube channel. There's some free stuff, etc. And it's a pretty large course. It's about 4 hours. Here's what happened is I had a bonus section in here. It had another 24 videos in it. Okay. But that's cool. It's not cool because here's what happens is someone takes the course and there's so much content in there that it's overwhelming. The original purpose of this course was you get the 21 things that you should be doing and not anything else. That's what you do. And I've said this a million times in these Zoom sessions, and I kind of not chastise these folks in the Academy course saying, look, make the frickin' videos. Just make videos. The guys who do make videos and the guys who continue to do that have seen success. Their channels have gotten better. They've gotten monetized, etc. And the guys who don't. So what I did was I said, okay, this is not the course I meant it to be, some big, giant, bloaty course. I removed all the bonus material. It's gone. You have one bonus. It's called Tough Love. You've all probably seen that, and that's just a reminder. And over here, it talks about YouTube Pros. Okay, what is YouTube Pros? Let's go over to here. Oh, and let's add to that, add to the YouTube Academy course. Not only did it blow it up, but I was spending at least an hour, and we'll go more into this in a minute. I was spending at least an hour, sometimes 2, sometimes 3, on a Zoom call every Wednesday at 9 a.m. with members. Now think about that. If I'm spending 2 hours on a Zoom call every week times 4 weeks roughly, or we just do 52 weeks, I'm spending 100 and something hours a year on people who already paid for the course. So not only am I bloating up the course, I'm killing people off, but I'm delivering all this service to people, which I love. These guys who go to the Zoom session know I love it, and we'll get to that in a minute, how that's changing. So I was offering and offering and offering, but yet there was nothing going on. Despite the fact that probably everyone here who's been in my courses, they've either bought courses or multiple courses. Some of them bought courses that they didn't even need. I know who you are. Many have done donations, etc. That's awesome. Frankly, I don't like donations. On the free courses, I give them a chance. 9, 19, whatever coffee donation. Some do it. Most don't. Out of 3,200 free people, I think I've gotten about 20 over the past year donations. And again, I'm not digging on those people. Those free courses are there to not only introduce them to me in the university, but to get them some knowledge. Great. Check. But 6 free courses? No. So let's go over to this other thing and I'll show you where we're headed with that. We're going to get to some cool stuff in a minute. So if you go over to YouTube Academy Pros, what I've done is I've moved all the crap out of the YouTube course. Done. It stays as the YouTube course. You start, you do, you learn, you do those 21 things. And if you do those 21 things, your channel's going to grow in a week, a month, a year, or whatever. And I see Ian's like the biggest influence on how he works along with close observation of people you guys teach so much by appearing on the video. Yeah, I mean, Ian started out. Now, he did the work. He did the work. I didn't do the work, but he knew how to go down this road, and he went from, I don't know when he joined, he had 400 or 300 or 500 subscribers, and now he's monetized and he's doing well. Many people are in here that have done the work and stayed on the course, have done it. Anyway, toot toot. I'm not tooting my own horn. I just want you to know that you're doing the work. So what I did was I moved over here the weekly Zoom sessions, meet privately with myself and other course graduates to get your questions answered. That's nearly 100 hours per year dedicated to you. Additional bonus content, updated content that deep dives into specific subjects and hands-on tutorials. This service is only open to graduates of the new YouTube Academy course who are serious about growing their YouTube channel. Here's a welcome to pros. Here's all the bonus content. Yeah, this was in the course. This is unconfrontable. What I've done is I've added the following. I've said if you want to join the pros, you're going to either pay $12 a month, here's what you get, or $99 a year. Now, don't freak the hell out, because you know me, everyone who is already, unless you want to go pay anyway, and you're in the Academy course, fine. If you don't, whatever. Either today or Monday, I'm going to take and move everyone who's in the YouTube Academy course, and I'm going to enroll them in that. Because I don't do the switch and bait thing. I promised you we would do Zoom sessions. I promised I would give you more bonus videos. You're all going to be enrolled over there, gratis, free of charge. For new people, they're going to take the course. And when they take the course, they're either going to do the stuff in there, and they're going to be game on, or they're going to learn something. Then they're going to go and look and go, well, I really want to like go pro. I really want the tidbits. I really want the tutorials of how you set up MailChimp. I really want these additional things. I really want to go through the income stats every whatever. I really want to be in the Zoom session. If they're that game on, then welcome. You're going to pay nothing for my time and everybody else's time and what you're getting. And if you're not, cool. I got no problem with that. That separates the main course and what I intended to do, and got the bloat out and all the other stuff and moved it over there. So again, you're all going to be enrolled in a new course if you've already signed up for the Academy course. And then at least there's some exchange, and I'm not sitting there having my time sucked up, and I don't mean in a bad way, having my time sucked up to a point where I can't service the people that I really care about, the university, which is the university members. I hope that makes sense. Let me check through the comments really quick, and then we'll get to the next thing. Visiting grandkids. We're on Keister. Humble. John Allred. Hey, man. Good morning. Driving, listening. Jake. How much? Pete Hallis. How much? How much? If you're talking about how much for whatever, you're enrolled in the Academy course, so that would be zero. You can use carpool lane. I will gladly pay you for your personal time. Dude, no. You've RV Attic. He's great. Again, if you take this like the people here have done something untoward, or you've been a time suck, you've been whatever, no. There's not a single person in here that's done that. I'm talking about a bunch of other people that don't appreciate getting value for something and then exchanging something for that value and are total time sucks. Not all of them, but many of them are. And again, I have to like put on my big boy pants and my hat and say, you know what? I'm spending all my time servicing and getting a lot of stuff and a lot of requests from people who are not willing to exchange in some way with me. It's not that they're bad people or they don't have that. They're not sitting here going, oh, the neighbor comes over and he's like, oh, your lawnmower is broken. Let me help you fix it. He fixes it and he goes like this and he runs and he gets you a new blade and everything else. And some people are like, hey, man, I appreciate it. And the neighbor walks off and all is cool. Neighbor's not pissed. This guy's whatever. He's not trying to get something for free. It's that the thought doesn't occur to him. So he's not a bad person. He just, if somebody walked up to him and said, hey, this person did something for you, and don't you think you should do something for them? They'd be like, oh, wow. I didn't even think about that. Let me, send them a box of cookies or something. So I'm not blaming or shaming someone else. I'm just saying those are those people. That's not you guys, and that includes you, Kevin. So get out of your head. Let me go through the addicts. Let me go the addicts. Go through these. Dave Clark, at least you didn't let your wife down. That would be in the aforementioned studio apartment. I'm curious what % paid the $9 tip on the free courses. Very small. Usually the people who took the free courses are the people who paid for the regular courses, are the people who are awesome. And they also leave donations and tips. The 3,000 or so, it's over 3,000 that have taken the free course. And again, I'm not sitting here going, oh, I'm going broke or anything else. This whole discussion is based upon I have university members who are game on. They want to grow their YouTube channel. They want to learn. They want to do this. And my bad, what happened is I'm not servicing those people or helping those people. I'm off helping 3,000 other people that have no idea at all or could care less whether or not I help them or not. Again, not that they're bad. This is my bad. So I can put more attention onto you guys, which is where it belongs. I can get these courses done. I can keep them at a lower cost. I can start pumping them out and do all the things I'm telling you to do in the YouTube course. So what I'm telling you right now, that's not in the YouTube course. You know why? Because that's bad. Okay. If they want, they can pay for it. Final answer. Cool. Hey, it jumped. Oh my God, I got to rip through these comments. We're at 9:55. I charge $200 per hour just to drive somebody's inflatable dinghy. I'm totally with you. It has a knock-on effect too. If they don't value work, how can they value their own? How can they expect other people to value the work? Yeah. And again, I don't want to make be the news and make humanity or people bad. I love people. I believe almost everyone is basically good, despite their BS. I just don't think they're aware of it. And I'm not the guy who's going to go, hey, you know what? I've been giving you a lot of free stuff. Maybe you should pay for something. That's the opposite. Whatever. Peter Lee. Sort of like being in IT. Everyone you know wants you to look at their system, fix their problem, and help them first. But what do they want to give in return? Yeah. Video editors, shooters, video creators, IT people. Oh, you know IT? Could you come over and fix my computer because I'm having a problem? And you do this and you help them and everything else. There's not an idea in their head in certain disciplines of, well, at least let me buy you lunch, or at least let me do something that. It's not bad people. They don't have that thought. Me, I'm the other way, and I'm not saying, oh, look at me. I just kind of am. When somebody does something for me, I usually over recompensate to them. Jeff Lutz, I'm willing to pay something for those courses. Yeah, of course you are. I'm not talking to you guys again. Hey, Jeff, are you a moderator? No, you're not. Boom, you got a wrench, baby. It's important. Peter Lee. Let's celebrate TV. I had to limit my free support to immediate family. Absolutely. Tech guys get it all the time. Video guys get it all the time. I told a story once. Hey, can you come shoot my daughter's wedding? You know, like you're a video creator and everything else. I think it was a dentist. No. And I said, well, what are you going to pay me? He's like, what do you mean? I said, well, what are you going to pay me? Like for my time? And he's like, oh, I thought you would just do it. And I said, well, yeah, I'll do it. Can you give my family like free dental service for a year? He thought I was nuts. He looked at me like I was crazy. It's not the guy. It's that it doesn't occur. I just want to make that clear. I'm going to rip through these comments really quick. I want to show you a few other things. Knock-on effect, IT, yeah. I try to give a donation because of the free courses they're worth it. Yeah, Jeff, again, please, dude, or any dudes or dudettes are here. Please do not take this like I'm pointing at anybody here or you haven't paid me or I've given you too much. Don't go there. I'm talking to you, Kevin. I know you. You're going to do that thing. I'm joking. I want to rip through these, and then I want to go through a few 958, couple of other things really quick about the Zoom meetings and about these live streams, and I'll tell you that in a minute. But I want to get through these comments. Okay. About the Pro package, your help has been awesome. Dude, no. Okay. Thank you. See what happens? I'm terrible at this. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm going to be moving you all over. If you want to buy the thing, go for it. If you don't, whatever. Peter Lee. RV Attic, exactly like having RVs. YouTube course with the biggest influence on how I work, along with close observation of people like you, Kevin. No, I thought I went over that. Yeah, but I only charge $15 an hour to add paper to a copy or put stamps on mail for a law firm. I think I screwed that up. Sure. I mean, yeah, if I went over and I was going to do something for $15 an hour, I'd say, cool, I'm doing something for $15 an hour. That's my decision. 16-hour drive to weed around the state. Manu printed a photo. Great idea. Ian, Kevin, have you considered levels for your courses with regard to content and what you teach? Yes. We'll go into that in a minute. But yes. Interactive DNA. What hurts is when working for an interactive video technology company in California, they were charging others $2,900 per hour for the work I was doing for them. Right. You know, I don't do this. Here's how I could run the university. My courses are each $19.95. So if I have 20 courses and I can get 20 people to sign up for it, whatever that is, 19,000, 20, and I can get 100 people to sign up for it, then I'm done for the year and all is good. I don't do that. I don't like doing that. Anyway, whatever. Blah, 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 blah. I'm blah, blahing. Intermediate, advanced, yeah, whatever. This is reasonable progression of this program. Thank you, Eden. Yes. Eden is a very smart person. Very smart. She's been around. Ian Craig. For instance, I'm no longer a YouTube beginner, but streaming is totally foreign and new to me. Yeah. And frightening. Peter Lee. Nope. Don't move in for me. I would rather pay one professional to another. Hey, that's up to you, man. This is not, again, let me clear this up real quick. We got about 5 minutes. Let me clear this up real quick. This is not a plea for money. This is not getting you to come over to something and get more money out of you. This is not what I'm talking about. There are changes happening at the university. I want you to understand what's happening, where that model's going, so I can pay. This is an apology for not paying enough attention to you and not getting courses done. How about that? That's what this is all about. RV Addict, thank you for setting the example for us, paying the way to make more money on a YouTube journey. Yeah, you bet. You can make money on YouTube, and you can make a lot if you just do the 21 things to make the videos. Melissa Boyd. Oh, you don't have a wrench? Hup. You do now. Melissa Boyd. This is one of the people who, during a Zoom session, brought up some really good points. I don't share in those sessions, nor do I. Brought up some really good points about what I was doing. Yeah, I won't go into it much more than that. Go to the Zoom meetings. Interactive DNA, live streaming is a future YouTube. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Haven't gotten a ticket yet. That could lead to a YS officer. Do you smoke weed? Online, it's great model and done with great style too, but I have some thoughts. I like the direction you've chosen. Absolutely share your thoughts. Michael Clayton has 2 YouTube channels, and he posts project management courses, how to like manage it. It's a great channel. He's got one channel that's fairly large and another that he's building up. He's really close. Worth it or not, have you thought about what we talked about, replacing the free courses, regarding the free courses via Premiere? I've thought about a lot. Like, in the back of my mind, I've been doing a lot of thinking and analyzing and statisticizing and everything else I tell you guys not to do. Because remember, if I make this work properly and I'm making a ton of money, not from you guys, but in general, that's when I can go over to you people who are university members and say, hey, I figured out how to make a ton of money. I'm doing that right now with something else. We'll move on. Nice PR. I have a son for IT issues. Nice PR guy. I know you. You don't have a wrench. Now you do. Ian Craig. Kevin, it is useful to say here a conference with 10 university students at a time or take a class of 30. Is it useful to say have a conference with 10 university students at a time or take a class of 30 at the same time? I would do 30, I think. I mean, I do have expenses. Remember, I love helping people, as you know. I'm like, nay, I can't ever pay this guy back. He's got hundreds of hours in helping me. But to go over to Nay and constantly ask him for help and over and over and over and never do anything back for him in some way, shape, or form, that's kind of not cool. I'm not sure about the via Premiere free courses. I'll have to go into that. Also, a student discount for Adobe for, that thing. Yeah, they're not going to do it because I'm not accredited, which is a whole nother subject for a later time. Captain Jack, yeah, it sucks. I work for a law firm that makes millions per year and they can only afford to pay me $15 an hour. That's true. But let me be a keister hole for a minute. See, I didn't swear. You got chops, you got a lot of talent, you got a lot of experience. You signed up for $15 an hour and you're doing it. And if you don't like it, then quit. Little whiny dude. I'm joking. Captain Jack he's another one of the people that if I was making the money, I would hire him to do it. We'll talk about a virtual assistant in a second, VA. Oh my God, that was funny. I almost fell off my chair, dude. RV addict. When people ask me to film their weddings, I ask how much beautiful is the fiance before the honeymoon. Just knowing that it hurts my belongings. Okay, I think I've caught up on this. Good. Next thing, the weekly Zoom sessions. Here's the thing about the weekly Zoom sessions. I have been for many weeks, actually months, talking to some very brilliant people behind the scenes who are part of the YouTube Academy. Again, if you take this personally, I can't fix what's happening between me communicating and what you do with what you receive and what happens over there. So whatever happens over there, I'm not doing it, and it's not my intention. What's happened with the weekly Zoom meetings is there are many people in there who want to like get on it. They like want to do their YouTube channel. They want to learn from me. I learn from them. They want to discuss certain issues and stuff like that. There are a few people, I'm not calling anyone out here, and none of them are here. There are a few people who just want to hang out. They want to talk. They want to hang out. They want a la-da-da-da. Now, I'm okay with people wanting to hang out. What's happened is the Zoom sessions have turned into kind of a hangout. That stops now. Every week we're going to meet, and for the people who want to grow their channel and have something to add to it or have questions about it or want to engage with it, it's going to be an hour, no longer unless we're in the middle of answering a session, and it's production time. We're going to get in there. We're going to handle any problems, any issues, anything to add. Let's go over something, maybe a tip, maybe advice, maybe showing you how to set up something like that. For those that want to, you don't have to. This isn't like, that want to. Maybe we share what we're going to get done every week. Maybe we show up and, or maybe we show up on the week and say, hey, I posted a video, I did this. It's going to be like a boom, bam, bam, because that group needs to work as a group toward expanding their YouTube channel, making more money doing it, and expanding that business. Otherwise, we're just hanging out. and it's not a hangout session. I don't mean it's going to be serious. It's going to be fun and everything else, but we're not going to sit there for 2 and 3 hours and just blah, blah about stuff. So bring your big boy pants, and what's going to happen is there are some people that are just going to come there, going to hang out and say nothing. That's totally okay. You'll learn something. There are other people that are going to be like, and it's going to be like probably 1 or 2, that are going to be like, wow, I just wanted to hang out. And they won't show up anymore. And that's okay too. I don't mind. But that's what's happening there with that. Same thing with this channel. This is the Unscripted channel. I kind of don't care. I'm going to keep it a little more precise and not hang out for 3 or 4 or 6 hours. Biggest thing is when a bunch of people come to that Zoom session and Michael's saying don't stop the Zoom sessions. He's almost figured out how to punch me in the face. These are great people. Michael's awesome. What's happening with these Zoom sessions is it's going to be fun. It's going to be great. There's no reason to have fun. But if you're setting aside a precious hour of your day to come to a Zoom session and learn, and we're just hanging out, I'm just blah, blah, blahing, we're not getting anything done, and we're spending 2 or 3 hours in there, again, my bad. I am wasting your time, your valuable time, when you could be making videos, or you could be learning something, or you could be doing something else, or we could go over like with Michael. I went over on how to set his header up and do a few things in there and show him how to do it. And he went and did it. That's great. Another guy, Manuel, it's a joke. He went through the course and he applied all those 21 things, and voila, he's got a channel. He's got 3 or 4 videos. It's beautiful. It's skinned. And he's already getting 160 plus 200 views on a video for a start channel. Love it. That's what's going to happen at the Zoom sessions. Next, interactive DNA. When people ask me to film the runnings, okay. It is good. The benefits I get from helping people is what they can do with what I help them. Makes any improvement on lives, makes me happy. Absolutely. Same here. I'm doing it, but again, I don't have retirement income. I don't have another source of income. It's the university, it's YouTube ad revenue, it's my links. If none of those produce, then I don't have any money, then I can't continue to operate and I can't continue to help people. I need to make enough money that I can help people. And the people I want to help are the people that work, the people that produce, the people that are going to do something for it, the people that are going to grow their channel, the people that are going to come back later and go, wow, I spent a 300 or 500, whatever it is, money for this YouTube course. I've made like 100 times that. I'm good with that. I can't type in English, damn aliens. Michael Finn, please don't stop the Zoom sessions. Yep, punch me in the face. I will not stop them. More structure, weekly things. Big check for me. Thank you for saying so. Absolutely. Weekly themes. You're going to be sending me any questions you want to go over. I'm disabling the chat. Sorry, no chat. If you got a question, you ask the question. Because behind there, I got this chat going on, and I'm okay with people talking to each other, but we're there for business. We're there to grow your YouTube channel, this and that. We're doing this, and how you doing? Well, that's okay here. It's not okay in these Zoom sessions. If you call the meeting, I don't mean to call out Pete Hallis, but he knows. If you call a meeting, you're going to sit there for 3 hours and get nothing done. It's going to piss someone off. You're going to have 1 or 2 people who think it's cool to hang out. And you're going to have 10 other people who are like, why am I wasting my time? I don't want to waste your time. I think we should have fun, get together, laugh, get down to business, learn things, contribute things to other, get out, and go get to work. That's what I think. I learn something each time I do the Zoom meeting. Still working on the other thing. Good. Mike Clayton, the best sessions to date have added big value to my business. Of course, thank you. And I apologize to all members of those sessions that have experienced you got to be freaking kidding me. Maybe you didn't think that way. It's not cool. It's not okay to be called to a meeting and get together and enjoy each other's company in the meeting and get something done and realize things or learn things and sit there for 3 hours while we hang out. That's where that's going, and not in a serious manner. Next, we're almost done here. Almost. Michael Finn, you mean the idea how to add a function on YouTube chat so he gets an electrical shot on his belongings when he... Ravenwolf, worth it or not. Sounds good. I was starting to feel like the Zoom session was turning into procrastination on my part. Absolutely. Again, I apologize. I know the people who are doing it. I know the people who want to do it. I know the people who want the data. And I know from watching people, the people who are like, oh my God, how long is this going to go on? And I don't mean in a bad way. I mean, they're there to contribute to others, to help others, like Melissa did in a big way for me. In fact, one of the members, I'm almost embarrassed to say this, one of the members, and this was on purpose. I wouldn't do this in the actual Zoom meeting. He hung around and we talked on Zoom for another 7 hours. Now, the reason why we talked for another 7 hours is because he has an exact same, does something totally different, exact same business model as me. He has a course thing and everything else, and it was interesting to go through what he's gone through, and some of this was like, yeah, I know this. Okay, RV Attic, your new plan brings renewed importance to the Zoom meeting. 2 thumbs up. Thank you. Yeah, and I apologize. I'm new around here. Hey, Ron. But I kind of like the new direction. Thank you. You're in trouble, Kevin. Nay and I are getting together to sort you out once and for all. Prepare for serious electric shot. Yeah. So I got some Portuguese guy who can't spell right and some guy in the south of Ireland. Yeah. I'm scared. That was a joke. Kevin, just gladly join the pro club. Yeah. Again, Monday, I'm moving you all over if you want to join it. Last thing about the university. I am going to wrap up the Zoom course. I've shot 8 more lectures. I'm going to be on a tear to get that Zoom course, the OBS course. I'm on a tear to get that fully completed by next week. After that $39, I am upping it to $59, and it's going to stay there. I'm probably not going to be doing any further sales. It's a popular course. I'm not going to bloat it. I'm not going to sit there and add in 64 more lectures to the thing. I may add in things that are worth it or not. Subliminal ad for Andre. Then the next thing I'm going to be getting into is the editing program that I've been promising forever. That editing program is, I'm shooting the footage. I'm going to shoot an entire episode. It's going to have me talking, blah, 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 using the awesome camera. It's going to have shots, B-roll shots. It's going to have product shots. It's going to have presentation shots. I'm going to be using a green screen. I'm going to do an episode. It'll probably maybe be 15 minutes long from beginning to end that utilizes every camera angle trick, multiple camera, green screen, blah, 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 blah that you could imagine. You're going to download that footage. Then you're going to see the end video product. Has everything, titles, this, fancy things, fancy junk, hear this, fixing like it has everything you could possibly imagine that you would want to do in a video editor at the level of most YouTubers, and it'll be a really awesome video that will never be published on YouTube, probably. Then what I'm going to do is, since you have that footage, you don't have to mess with sound and all this other stuff. What you're going to be able to do is you're going to take a Premiere Pro course. You're going to download all that footage. You're going to know where we're going, and I'm going to show you how to get there. Because you know the end product, so you know when things go off the rails, and you're going to learn a ton, an absolute massive ton, quickly about how to grab your stuff, go into Premiere Pro, and nail it. You're going to be, at the end of this, you're going to be like, wow, I'm a ninja. I'm going to take the same footage, the same end product, the same render, and I'm going to do it for DaVinci Resolve. I'm going to do it for HitFilm. I'm going to do it for Vegas. I'm going to do it for Final Cut Pro. So no matter what editor you use, you got the same footage, you have the same end product, you have the same path, and you do everything that one would do. You're going to pull green screen and create titles and create reusable stuff and render for YouTube and different things. Like everything from here to here given the editor is done differently, but the end product is the same and you know what you're going for. That's coming. That's what I'm going to be working on next. Okay, here we are. I think that's all I have to say. There's a ton of other stuff I was going to go through, but it's already 10:17. I'm going to try and keep these to an hour-ish. So again, I don't waste all your time. I love hanging out with you guys. If you hadn't noticed, when I spend 3 or 4 hours hanging out with you guys. Let's see if I had anything else in my plan here. Excuse me for a second. Pardon me while I find Mr. Chromos. Someplace in here I have... oh, I have a button for that. Thank you, Nay. My button is right there. Boop. Press the button. Things come up. There I am. Yeah. Nay's awesome. I love this guy. All right. So, thanks very much for joining me. What do we got here? Let me just make sure British accent. I like the idea of having classes for each NLE. Yeah. And then you can pick which one you want. There are other courses I'm working on, but again, these changes I'm making behind the scenes, they're somewhat subtle. Some of them not so subtle, but all these changes I've making, the production, the studio, the cameras, the other studio, the ZV-1, the A7S III, this setup, that setup over there, everything I'm doing is so I can kick out those videos from my YouTube channel, so I can spend time servicing the people that want to get something done or learn something, instead of servicing all the people and spending all that time on other people that really couldn't care. And I apologize profusely to all of you for doing that. So I'm going to cut out of here. I'm going to check the British. I like the idea of having classes. Thank you. So you know that Brazilians make fun of Portuguese. Shotcut. Probably in the minority. I'll check out Shotcut. See, the thing is once I have the footage all shot, then I just need to go through and take the editor and move you through. This is the end thing that you're going to. Here you start here. So it doesn't matter what editor is, assuming Shotcut can do everything. It doesn't matter if it's Vegas, doesn't matter if it's DaVinci Resolve, doesn't matter if it's Hit Film. It doesn't matter as long as they can do all those things. No matter what you use, you're going to be able to go through and walk out the other end and go, wow, I just made an awesome video and did everything that I was seeing there. I did all the cuts. I did the B-roll. I color corrected it. Like all those things. Anyway, I'm really excited about that. Worth or not, have a great weekend. Thank you. We're out of here. John, great stream. Thank you. Thank you. Dinner time. Thank you. Gotta go. Thank you. Thank you all for joining me, as usual. I'm going to cut out now. Thanks for your time. Again, my apologies to university members. You're going to be seeing a lot more coming from me and a lot more help from me to you. I really, really, really appreciate you guys. We're out of here. Going to the end thing. See you later. Thanks for joining. Adios.